Woo. Okay, so sequence of events tonight is going to be GSMLS, followed by Chris Delgado is going to break down Hudson for us. And then I'm going to come in, back cleanup, and take care of NJMLS. Okay. So at any point, if somebody has a question, everybody's unmuted. So y'all can chime in and say what's up. Ask me a question. I'll stop. I'll do it. Anybody here in the office? Full house. You guys can all just let me know as well. All right. So my name is David. I am the office manager here. I'm also your contact for anything real estate related in New Jersey. Okay, so let's get started. Here's the home screen for GSMLS. GSMLS is Garden State MLS, just so everybody is clear. Okay, this is the main page once you log in. We're looking at it now. All right, you see the search bar that currently says enter ML number or property address. Above that, you see for icons, listing, agent, office, contact. Okay, those are all things that you can search. A, agents who are in GSMLS, B, offices in GMLS, C, your contacts that are saved in your MLS system. All right. So we're going to basically go about how to set up like a search, how to look up search, how to do comps on properties and things like that. Okay. So let's get started. Right off the bat, I'm going to bring you guys into my life a little bit. So we're going to pull up a property. So somebody gave you the address, your client gave you the address. They want you to find some information for you. Dope, 28 Vale Road. Don't type in too much information. Less is always more, okay? Let it find it. I know this particular home is in Roxbury Township, so you'll be able to find it here, right? So we typed in 28 Vale Road. And that basically is going to show us every house that's ever sold on that road in whatever town, right? And so here you see a bunch. You've got Newark, Parsippany, Raritan, Roxbury, etc. Right? So this particular home, we're going to look at this one, Vale Road, Roxbury Township. Okay. So this is a pretty standard MLS sheet. All right, this is the MLS sheet here for us, okay? And this is where you're gonna find all of your information related to the listing, okay? Right up at the top is the main information, your lot and block number, the size of the lot, the school district, the bedroom count right there along the side.
I think your screen froze, or is my phone?
Oh yeah, you're right, I forgot this thing. Oh man. Good call, Izzy, good call. Hang on a sec. Boom. So GSMLS opens everything up in a separate window, which is sort of whack, but whatever. So my apologies, guys. This is the MLS sheet, okay? So up at the top, you've got obviously the picture of the home. You see it, right, Izzy? You got it?
I think I clicked the wrong house.
Oh, you don't have to look up my house.
Yeah, I got it.
Just you see it, as long as you see it. That's what.
Oh yeah, but I'm following on my computer, so I could practice it.
Perfect. Okay, so right off the bat, we have just the hot information up top. Okay, so that's how you read the MLS sheet. Okay, MLS number is the very first thing. All right, you going down, room count, how many rooms there are. That's not bedrooms. Bedroom is right below it. Rooms meaning all rooms, bedrooms, living rooms, etc. Right. Bedroom count is 4. Right underneath it. Full bath is 2. Half bath HB is 0. Right. So this house is a 4-bed, 2 full bath. Right. You have other information down there, lot and block. You've got unit that would apply to a condo or an apartment building, right? Where it has a building number, a floor number, a unit number. FHA 55 plus. That means if it's an adult community, okay? So if it's a yes, that means that any resident who buys that home must be 55 or older, okay? There are not many 55 plus communities. Those are, a lot of them are going to be in central Jersey, kind of in the Monroe area. That's the hot spot. but just be on the lookout for that. A real good key for you guys to keep in mind too is if it's cheap. If the property is really cheap, there's a good chance that it is. If the property is cheap, there's a good chance that it's in an adult community. Okay, so let's keep going over here. Section. So section would be like sort of the town. So in Jersey, you have a lot of kind of confusing stuff where you've got the township and then you have the actual town, right? So this is in Roxbury Township, which it says up here in the top. Up in this top left-hand corner is going to say Morris, meaning the county, Roxbury Township, meaning the township, okay? And that's just the code of the township. Don't worry about that, all right? So the section of Roxbury Township that we're looking at is Landing, okay? So this is a town in Roxbury, all right? Underneath that, you're going to be able to see the grade school GRS, at middle school MSJR, and high school HS, okay? Self-explanatory. Acre size, and then the lot size, AKA the dimensions, okay? The next line is square footage. Square footage a lot of times is not inputted. Why? Because they can, there's legal ramifications to putting the incorrect number, okay? So do your best in terms of judgment. A lot of times if you look at the tax record as well, which can be found over here in your menu items, right? Tax report or REMIME, okay? They may state some square footage, okay? This is my house, all right? So it is 2,000 square feet, I know, all right? Anyway, so continue going down. You've got, things where it's listed. Your big thing you want to keep in mind is the YB/DESC. So it's new built in the description or renovation, right? So it's a 1985. This is not done correctly. 1985 original built, approximate renovation, right? Shouldn't that yet? There's missing info there. Okay. Just so you all know, it's 1985 and basically original and trash. All right. So then you see the style, you got colonial ranch, raised ranch, all right? Also could be called a A-frame, okay? Final column on the main information is gonna be the prices. This is kind of confusing, there's a lot of information. LP, list price, OLP, original list price, SP, sold price. So, as a realtor, we don't pay full price, okay? So in today's market, which is crazy, I didn't pay full price, all right? So round of applause for me. All right, anyway, moving on. So list date, LD would be the date that it was listed, all right? So that would be December 17th of 2020. Expiration date is XD, so that's when the listing expires, all right? FSD, I'm not sure what it means. Oh yeah, actually I do know. It means first showing date, okay? So sometimes when you have like a coming soon listing, it'll give you the FSD, which is first showing date, meaning that I listed the property today, but the first showing date's on Thanksgiving. You know how many people are gonna show up? None, but hey, another story. All right, we keep going down. You've got your under contract date, okay? UCD, and then you've got your approximate close date, which is ACD, and then you've got your CD, okay? Now, guys, real great point here. If you're a listing agent, avoid fines by doing what? Adding this information into there. Once you have a contract, you now are under contract. That date needs to be disclosed on the MLS within 24 hours, okay? Second, once you have that contract and you marked it under contract, you now know a closing date approximate, right? Based on the contract or based on the attorney review letter, right? If the closing date changed. You need to add that as the approximate close date. Close date doesn't get added until you close, right? Cool. So ADM is active days on market. DOM is days on market, okay? The terms are gonna be the terms of the loan, of the purchase, right? So there you would see terms conventional loan, FHA loan, cash loan, VA loan, veterans, cool? All right, moving down, you're gonna have your directions. This agent's kind of lazy, so he wrote Google, right? Couldn't even say GPS, so Google. Remarks are gonna be the public remarks, so that's what people would see everywhere on realtor.com, zillow.com, any website. Those are the public remarks. Then you have self-explanatory columns underneath, okay? You got interior features, exterior features, room dimensions, and utilities, right? We'll briefly go through them. Appliances is the very first item in interior. It's abbreviated. Microwave, oven, range, oven, electric, okay? Basement is the next thing. There's no. Dining, meaning a living room dining combo. Exclusions, refrigerator, washer, and dryer. I didn't realize that. Interesting. Well, I obviously got those. So fireplace is the next one. That's 0. Floor, meaning the types of floors in the homes. You've got all types of carpeting, laminate, tile. No more carpet, guys. Obviously, I got rid of that. Next thing, interior features are going to be some other features for the home. Cathedral ceilings, high ceilings, smoke detectors. Well, obviously smoke detectors because you have to pass the smoke cert, right? So no brainer. Kitchen, see remarks, separate dining area. Interesting. Master bedroom, full bath, first floor. In-law suite, yes. Bedroom, 1, full bath. Okay. I don't know where the in-law suite is in the house, but that's interesting. So keep in mind too that when people are putting these listings together, it's their best knowledge, right? Sometimes they don't have all the information. Sometimes they guess, and sometimes they don't list everything, right? So it's important to go ahead and do it. Okay. Drive is the driveway. You got a 7-car blacktop driveway. The exterior is the exterior of the condition of the home. So we have vinyl siding. There's also brick. Exterior features, a deck, a metal fence, a patio, garage, 1-car garage, built-in garage, lot description, lake or water view, and mountain view, right? So this particular home has a view of the lake and has a view of the mountain, okay? Pool, there is no pool. Why would there be a pool? You got a lake, just jump in it, you know? Roof, asphalt shingle, okay? So different types of roof, rolled roof, rubber roof, aluminum coating thing, yeah, whatever. There's a bunch of different roofs, okay? Next block is going to be your room dimensions. So these are going to be the approximate dimensions of the rooms. All right. And then levels of the rooms. So level, ground level, and then first floor level. Right. And guys on Zoom, if you have any questions, please just holler in. You're not muted. I appreciate y'all being quiet. But if you need anything, please just reach out and I'll answer the question. Okay. So utilities, so then that's your breakdown on utilities. Keep in mind, this is a really important thing for you to tell your clients or know for your clients, right? The type of heating, baseboard, so it's not blown air, okay? So the heat is hot water, baseboard, it's multi-zone, meaning that there's a zone for one floor and a zone for another floor, okay? So 2 thermostats. The cooling is central air, so that means there's an AC, there's a condenser outside, and it's blown air, okay? No window units. The fuel, oil tank above ground, outside. This horrible oil, nobody wants it. Okay, price of oil very expensive right now. All right, you all should be impressed that I changed from oil to gas. I know, bravo, great. It's also more cost effective. Okay, if anybody needs 200 gallons of oil, I have some for sale as well. The sewer is a public sewer. Okay, so meaning there's no septic tank. Okay, if there was a septic, it would say septic. If there was no sewer system, then okay. Kunal, we'll get you the this is being recorded, so we'll upload it to LAR Cloud, or I can give you that as well. Nice message in the chat. Thank you for utilizing that. Utilities, electric. So when you have an oil home, keep in mind, when you have an oil home, okay, and there's no gas, there's no chance of there being a gas or anything but electric stove in the house, okay? So your primary fuel source is the oil, which feeds the hot water, okay? That's it. And then everything else is gonna be run on electric. That's how you're gonna find every single home with an oil tank. Just a little tidbit of knowledge, okay? Water means well. Great, because I don't have a water bill, okay? Sucks because you have to test the water every year and make sure there's no radon in the water and you might die, okay? So it's a catch-22. Next column is going to be the financial information or tax info. That's just going to basically show you taxes. If there's fees associated with the home, AKA a homeowner association, right? That's going to be listed there. The taxes, that's the next column over is the tax rate and what year is that tax rate. So
bye, Martha. Oh, my bad.
You're good. The taxes are 76.52 for 2019, and the tax rate is 2.58 for 2019 as well, right? Then it's going to show you the building assessment, what the township has assessed the building at, the land moving over, right? And then the total assessed value of the home, okay? OTP is type of home, fee simple, meaning it's not attached to any other home. It's not a townhome. It has 4 freestanding walls, okay? Next thing is going to be showing information, where it's going to tell you owner information, the type of possession, how long they need to close, etc. Instructions for the showings, which is use showing time, and they say no shows till Sunday. Guys, that's not proper English. All right, so we say no showings until Sunday. So just make sure that we hold ourselves to a higher standard when we're making listings. Okay, it really reflects good on you and the brokerage, right? Okay, showing information, we saw that. Next thing, listing office information. Typically when a home is not sold, that's going to be the last thing you're going to see. Okay, you see more because it's sold. So listing office information, this is the list agent. Selling office information, that's the selling agent, right? And the selling office is Lifestyle International Realty. Hey. Okay, so that's a little brief view on a MLS sheet, right? Over here, you've got the hot stuff to go, to look at. When you click on media, I don't want to do it because I'm going to have to go into another window and that's annoying, but media is just going to be photos and any disclosures. All right, so if you click this, it's going to open up another window that's going to have attachments and photos. Danny, did you have a question? Oh, you were stretching. All right, cool. Very good. Anybody on Zoom have a question? Awesome. Okay, so you're going to go down here and you're going to have the links for the tax reports as well. All right, this is just basic tax data, right? So let me open this. Now I'm going to need to share this screen. Where is it? Right there. Cool. So now y'all see that screen. So there is, the information about the home, property address, the owner information, building description, taxes, updated taxes. So taxes have remained pretty much the same or went down actually. That's what's up. And so it shows you here 2020 taxes, all the good information, right? And you can also see previous sales, I think up to 10 years. So, okay. I think this is close. Dope. All right. Screen share. Perfect. Okay. So we just reviewed the MLS sheet, right? We can close that out. We're now showing you again back in the search for it. You have all these, anything you want, you can look here. Okay. This middle thing with the MED, which I don't know what it means, and I have no idea what any of these things mean, but you can see the photos. That's what I know. Okay. So if you just scroll down this column, each listing pops up a different, what is it?
How many photos are on?
P photos, 10 photos, pictures. All right, well, whatever. Okay, so that's it. There's the town information. Okay. The code of the town, right? We saw that up top. Roxbury Township was 2336 from the other page. Property type. So this is going to be residential, right? Here you have an REN dash or colon RES. So that's a residential rental. Okay. Address, street name, the list price over here, and then the sold price as well. Here you can see garages, half baths, etc. All right. DOM is days on market, right? Great. What's interesting too is here in this column, you can also see whether it closed above or under the asking price. Okay. So all these minuses would be under, and this one would be at, and this one would be over asking price. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's that. Now, let's go back to the home screen. So the home screen for GSMLS is accessible via clicking Garden State MLS. Just a quick, navigation on here. You have reminders over there in the white right bottom over here. That's Garden State MLS notices. So that's when they'll just give you kind of like tidbits of information, training things, office is closed, this, that, the other will be there. Okay. Shortcuts. Again, I don't use these things crazy because an MLS to me is to look up properties. So I don't need more shortcuts. I just type in the address and we go from there. But if you want to add a shortcut, you can do that by clicking the edit button. You can look at trainings here to find that, right? Actual GSMLS trainings to figure that out. Alerts are going to be on the side. That's going to pop up if you have overdue invoices, you know, Supra, like you link a Supra showing or something like that, all that's going to show there. Same thing with recent activity. All right. So big things you need to know with GSMLS, searching a property is right here in the white bar. Okay. Searching an agent would just be clicking this, right? An office, the same thing. Okay. Up here, we're going to see this agent management. So this is going to show you forms online, view or edit your agent inventory, add a listing or whatever. I'm going to do a separate training on adding a listing where we literally just input listing, which let's just be upfront and honest, guys. It's pretty simple. You just do what it asks you. You input the information. It says this, you put this, right? So it is pretty straightforward, but we will do a specific listing training and Zoom. Okay. So that's where you would do that. Okay. And then you can also see your inventory as it's active. I don't have any listings, so there's nothing there. Managed bills would be your GSMLS participation bills. Listing alert, email logs. These are just kind of logging things that you've sent through the MLS. Okay. Over here is the biggest thing you're going to want. Well, we'll just go through these really quick before we go into a search. So analysis is going to be really cool things that you can go and you can look up area statistics, you know, like what are the average sale prices by date, comparison, and by town, right? You can create a CMA to send to your clients right here as well. That's very beneficial. I'll show you exactly how to kind of do similar just by doing a search. Okay. So that's here. Hot sheets are just going to be things going on today, right? What's up today? Contacts are going to be your contacts that you have uploaded and saved in GSMLS that are receiving a search or you've sent properties to. You can do that. Add contact, view contacts, print them. The financials, seller net sheets, amortization schedule, amortization chart. These are little tools that you can use for buyers. Okay. Danny has a question in the house.
Contact list, right? Are you able to get a contact list or like export it from us so you don't have to physically input every single?
I do not believe so. That's a wonderful question. I don't believe so.
There may be a way where you can do it with like a regular Excel sheet. Put in there.
You can probably upload a CSV file, correct?
Okay,
Yep.
Okay.
That's an option. Again, I do recommend though, right, using some other form of a CRM that links your MLSs, right? Because if you're representing a buyer or doing something like that, the last thing the buyer wants is to get a search email from GSMLS, a search email from NJMLS, a search email from Hudson MLS. So if you have a CRM, it links all of them together, right? Well, depending on where the person's looking, right, you're going to have a different MLS. Okay, guys. So just so everyone knows, Garden State MLS is pretty much everywhere in northwest Jersey. You will also find some Bergen County stuff in GSMLS. Very rarely. Bergen County, Passaic primarily uses NJMLS. Okay, so if your clients are using, that's kind of like my point, right? So if your clients are looking anywhere from Bergen County through Passaic, they might not get all of the options on the market if you just set them up with a search on NJMLS. You might have to also set them up on a search on GSMLS due to Passaic, right? So basically almost every other county has their own MLS. Hudson County has it for Jersey City, Secaucus, and North Bergen, I guess. Middlesex has Central Jersey MLS just for Middlesex County. You have Flex and Monmouth MLS for Ocean and Monmouth counties. And you have Bright MLS for basically Somerset County all the way south to Trenton. Okay. But GSMLS by far covers the most ground. It is probably the most important MLS that you should have in Jersey and in our market, especially, right? We're forced to have Hudson, but it is what it is. So that's that. Cool. Again, up at the top, that's your information, like your profile, etc. You can go edit whatever you want in there. So y'all can do that on your own time. Let's go back here to this search number. Okay. So search is basically a way that you can search for properties, search for comparables, view save searches that you've already saved in the system. Okay. You can search office rosters, search open houses, members, everything. Search the tax data. Remind is tax. Okay. Tax maps and Remind are the same thing as tax. Okay. Advanced search is nice. I typically like to use a quick search. So quick search, and then we're going to click res, and res means residential. All right. Let me check the chat really quick. Right on. You're welcome. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to run comps greedily for myself just to see where we're at on my own property. Okay. So we saw the first property. Danny, thank you for joining us as well. We got two Dannys in the house here. We're going to run comps on that property that we just looked at. Okay. So we know that it's in Morris County. So we're going to start here with the counties and find Morris. Found it. There it is. As soon as you do that, love this. As soon as you do it, boom, every single town in Morris County pops up. Let me just show you something different. Ready? Let's get rid of Morris. Okay. Let's hit up Essex. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Amazing. All right. So we'll go back to Morris, get rid of Essex. Pui. Sorry if any of y'all live in Essex, my bad. And now we're gonna find the town. Whew, there it is, Roxbury Township. All right. So now we've selected Morris County, Roxbury Township. Enter the town code. Landing. I don't know what the town code is, but you don't. I would love to do that though, just so I get more in detail stuff. But anyway, so we're just gonna do a brief Roxbury Township search. Okay, here's all your statuses here, right? CS coming soon, A active. This is Danny. What is this? This is sold.
Yeah.
It's a new sold. New sold. UC under contract, and then sold right here is like sold like maybe like more than 6 months. All right. So for this purpose, we're going to do sold. Cool. Nice. All right. We also know a couple others. We're just gonna leave it as open as possible just for the sake of this. List price, we can, let's give it a range, right? So we don't want anything over 500K and we don't want anything under 300. All right. List date, who cares? Close date, minimum. So we'll go back. So we'll start at back in May. Okay. Bedroom count, we want only, well, let's do 3 and 4 just so we can kind of get an idea of the difference in price. Remember that this home that we're looking at, or we looked at, has a 4-bed, right? It also has a 2-bedroom. Okay. I'm just going to leave it as 2 bath. Okay. Actually, just do 1 like that. All right. Let's just see what we've got. Let's see what's going on. Woo! That's a lot. Okay. So right off the bat, you get all the listings in Roxbury Township, right? We want to narrow it down a little bit. Let's go on the map. Let's just peek the map. Okay. So we know the area we really need to be looking at is right here. Okay. Just because we know where the house is located right here. Okay. So now we'll just click this little thing right here. We're going to draw just a little boundary. I only really care about these comps right here, right? In this particular neighborhood. Remember that Roxbury Township is numerous towns or villages, whatever they're calling it these days. Okay, cool. I'm going to filter by the map. And now it's going to show us right here. There's that. Now it's going to show us right here via the checked ones, right? You see that? So now let's sort. Wait. Where's the? Boom, you hit narrow, okay? Whoo, all right, so you hit narrow, and then now we're looking at just the comps that were in that map area, AKA the neighborhood of the particular home that we're looking at, okay? And there we can kind of now get an idea for the comps, all right? Again, we just take a peek through and we can look at that view, nice. We can go through, kind of just get an idea for the type of home. Keep in mind this, so the particular home, I sold this too, nice. The particular home that we're looking at, that we looked at, is very unique, right? It was like an A-frame style home. So it didn't look like the typical home. This is the typical home in that area. What did it sell for? This is my neighbor. Sold for 350. So on average, it was just good to see, right? So this is on the same street. That's the best comp, is going to be on the same street. So on average, you're seeing them selling over asking, right? So 38 Vale Road, the subject is 28 Vale, right? So 38 Vale Road sold, listed for 339, and it sold for 350. It had 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. So the subject property had 4 bedrooms and 2 baths, right? And also 1 car garage. Okay. So right off the bat, we can already tell you that the subject property should be worth more than this, and it was purchased for more than this. Okay. So it's not looking good for my appraisal, is it? So 3 bed at 350. Okay. Let's come up here. 27 Vale Road right here. So this is actually across the street. This is a shack. So ugly. This one was listed at 329, right? So 330 basically, and it sold for 360. 4 bed, 2 bath. Okay. Let's open it up. Let's see why, right? We want to get some more information. So let me share it with you guys. All right. So now we're looking at that MLS sheet. We're going to take a look here. Okay. Same size lot. Okay. Same size. Right here, year built. This is way older. You see this? Way older, 1950s. Okay. And then what's important to do is to look through the photos, right? So we already see this house right here. It's tiny, tiny, tiny house, tiny. Okay. So you already know 4 bedrooms shoved in this tiny house is tight bedrooms. Okay. Let's a little bit more. A lot of times when they have more outside pictures than inside, you know that the inside has a lot left to be desired. There's our key. See this bedroom? This is a converted attic bedroom, right? So this is how you can establish value. These are not true clean bedrooms. These are like add-on bedrooms. They count as a bedroom for an appraisal, but keep this in mind for value. See the up and down, the slope? These are attic converted bedrooms. This is a basement. So you got a bedroom in the basement and another attic conversion. You see this? So very low ceilings in here. And you can just tell that by the photos, okay? So these are things that you as an agent need to be aware of, look at, in order to give your clients the best information. You know, this home sold for 360, way over asking, was older, okay, had smaller bedrooms. It was slightly renovated, smaller home, smaller bedrooms, but also had 4 beds, right? Then the appeal too, right? So the appeal of the other home is better, right? In terms of, oh, y'all can see that now, perfect. I mean, tiny little house, right? Itty bitty. And then you look blatantly right in the front window. What do y'all see? I see a window AC unit. So right off the bat, home is old. It's small. It doesn't have central AC, and it has oil. Like, who wants that? All right. So that's kind of how you start to establish comps, right, for your client. Okay. Let's go back to this other page. Okay. So fast forward, you now find some comps that work for you, right? You've done your research, etc. Okay. You want to email over the comps that work for your client. Okay. So let's just go ahead and unselect all. Okay. And then we're just going to pick the ones, you know, in no particular order in this one, but you'll do your research and you'll know, right? So we're just going to pick the ones that establish the value that we want to convey to our client, right? And show them that they're somewhere around the purchase price they purchased the home, okay? So these comps are going to support that, right? So how we do that, we select the ones we want to use and we hit email, okay? Right off the bat, you enter in your email address of who you want to throw it to, okay? You can add a message, you can add the subject, right? You can change your signature. Wow, this still says my old company. My bad, guys. Let me erase that. Oops. Oh my God, just don't look at it. All right. Y'all can see this, right? Yeah, okay. And then there you can also pick, right, any kind of consumer documents you want to send, okay? Keep in mind the consumer information statement needs to be sent with every offer. If y'all don't know about that, please reach out to me. We'll make that happen and you will no longer not know about it. You don't have to send it with comps, okay? Here you can also indicate read receipts and copy yourself in the email as well, which is great. Love read receipts because then it sends you an email when your clients open the property or the email, and then you know that, you know, they actually did what they said they were going to do, and they actually looked at the listings you sent them. Okay. You can type in the message here. Yo, take a look at these comps. You know, your house is bad. You know what I mean? Like, you can just put whatever you want, and you can just send it to the client. Over here, you can pick the type that you want to send them. I always, and it comes up here right away, client full. Okay. You don't want to send a client an agent copy. Agent copy has information they don't need to know, AKA, my bad, I'm going to stop using that. They have information that they don't need to know, which is like compensation and stuff like that, who the listing agent is, things like that. You don't want your client to know who the listing agent is. I don't care if you trust them or whatever. If they have another number to call, they might call it, right? So avoid that. You send them the client full copy. So it's going to give them all the photos and all the information on the MLS, except for sensitive information like the agent, etc. Okay. And that's how you send out comps. All right. And that's how you search GSMLS, and that's how you use it. Okay. We'll jump into tax on the next segment as well, just so you can see how that works. Chris will show you. Do I have any questions on Zoom or in the house?
No, the only part that I missed, I just left work, getting in my car and stuff, was when the map came up on the right hand side and you were like choosing the area.
Yeah.
That comes up. That comes up once after you put the town in and the pricing and the bedroom. Then that comes up and you do that.
Yeah. Are you driving or are you watching?
I just jumped in my car. I'm driving home right now. I live like a minute from my job.
I'll show you.
I'll be on the laptop. I'll be in the laptop in like 4 minutes.
I'll send you a picture of how it is, but it's up in the right hand corner. All right, is map, and then it pops out, and you just circle. You use your mouse essentially to select the area that you want to narrow in on, and then it automatically checks all of the listings that are in that area for you. Okay.
Got it. All right.
Right. That's just to narrow in on a certain area. All right.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Any other questions? No? All right. So without further ado, I'm going to hand this over to Chris.
All right, Chris. Do New Jersey next.
What? Doing Hudson?
Yeah.
It's in the green. It's showing.
Israel, how far away are you from the computer?
I'm pulling into my driveway as we speak.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to get on so you can see everything.
Yeah, I live.
Yeah,
well.
no, you're good. You're good. A little bathroom break.
All right.
Kunal, everything good so far? Is this helped you? Kunal, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just in the car, so I'm listening. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. So you can't see the screen right now, is what you're saying?
I can see Paragon. I see it.
Okay, perfect. But
Thank you.
the last MLS, so far so good. Any other questions that you may have, or?
No, I'm just gonna come back and ask you if there's anything. I'm gonna have to rewatch the whole thing, but I'm still here. I'm listening. So.
All right, good. 'Cause it's gonna be recorded.
You're gonna be in the office at all this week?
I'm sorry.
You're gonna be in the office at all this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing by. I'm just down with a little cough, so I don't want to come in and scare anyone. So.
Stay away, bro. Stay away. But if you need it, we can do it again for everyone too. Carrie-Anna, Kunal, Izzy, you guys are just troopers for being here with us. So if y'all need a one-on-one, I'm happy to jump in and do it for you. Okay.
Sweet. I'll be listening, so I'm gonna be here.
Is Ariana actually there? Or she just got the Zoom on?
All right, I'm waiting for my laptop to turn
No,
on.
you're good. Go ahead.
Are we training JJ over there? JJ, you like this?
No, that's,
AJ loves it.
yeah, there she is. I figured
Am I gonna like type and do all that stuff?
she
All
left
right,
it
sit down.
to
Okay. Show
Show
then
us.
I know how to do it
Ariana.
when I grow
Appreciate
up.
the support.
So first I
What about,
turn on my
what about
computer.
Tariana?
Password.
Okay, so we gotta go to. Let's see.
Chris. Good night. Oh, you're gonna do one.
All right, I'm in. I'm about to log in. I just gotta get it from my
All right,
email.
cool. Go ahead. Let me know.
Opening for me, please.
Yeah, puppy, I got you.
I popped it and it opened up from the bottom.
Oh, that's cool.
No. When I was on my
Mm.
All right.
I just can't remember if I changed the password or if I.
Yeah, Chris.
What is it? What are you looking for?
Now I got my username, Israel Hernandez, my PIN, and then it should be the same temporary safe MLS password, right?
No, the password's on Clarity. You have the app on your phone.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's what
My bad.
I'm gonna explain right now how to log in.
Yeah.
So you have an app as well that everybody should have. If not, I mean, when you set up your MLS, you'll have an app that's called Clarity. You're supposed to download it on your phone because what it does is it gives you a one-time login password and it goes away every like 30 seconds on it or 60 seconds, whatever it is, and it's constantly refreshing. So you're always gonna, if you're ever gonna get into Hudson, you got to make sure you always have your phone on you. So you're gonna obviously start with your name. Your username is always gonna be your full name. Your PIN will be whatever 4 digits or whatever digits that you actually use for your PIN. And then your password is that Clarity password that they give you on that app, which always refreshes. So you got to make sure you do it within a timely manner before it goes away. Otherwise, you got to use the next one. All right. So Israel, did you get to log in?
Yep, I'm in.
All right, awesome. All right, so essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up to your home page. You're out of here, Danny. What you can do is you're gonna open up to your home page. I'm gonna open this up a little bit bigger just because I can't see this screen as much. And so I'm opening it up. Here we go. All right, so Hudson MLS. So you have, just like the GSMLS, you have all the icons on top to give you kind of a little quick, easy access, so you know what you're clicking on quicker. You have your searches, your listings. So for everybody that has their own listings that are under your MLS, you can always click listings, and you'll be able to bring yourself there to your own stuff quickly as well, where it says maintain. You're gonna have your actual listings, right? And right now, the 2 listings that I do have are under contract, so you can obviously go here and show yourself active, sold, or pending. The ones I have are pending currently, so we'll go to pending. You go to search, you're gonna find your personal listing. So if you ever need to maintain your stuff, whether you're going to change your statuses, or if you need to change pictures, or if you need to just update anything on it, that's where you will always go to your listings. Now, let's say if you were in the middle of uploading a listing yesterday and you only were able to get maybe halfway through because you were just prepping yourself to get going, and you didn't have your listing doc signed just yet, but you knew that today, the next day, you would have it signed, you can actually start uploading the listing partially, and it'll allow you to save it before you go through. So what you'll do is you'll always go back to this, listings, maintain area, and go to partials. So when you're going to partials, anybody want to answer that? It could be a lead. It will be here. You'll have partial listings if there was anything there, which I don't have currently, but it will pop up just like the others did in the past. Put them on hold real quick.
I think he's still here. Yeah, give me 1 second.
What at the top? There should be one of those buttons at the top. So if you do have those partial listings, they will be here. That's if you're working on something and maybe either your computer dies, so don't worry, your information won't get lost. It'll always save itself. So that would be that portion there for you too. We'll go right into the search. Somebody called you. Yeah, on the phone. Just hit hold. The hold button at the top.
Hello?
All right. Sorry about that, guys. The phone was ringing and just had somebody answer it. So there's multiple different tools. So it just honestly, all MLSs are very similar. There's a couple of different things on some, but majority of the MLSs are going to be used very similar. They're just a few different setups, but all the tabs and all the options do the same exact thing as each other. So it's very self-explanatory. If you know how to really surf one MLS, it makes it so much easier to continue to surf new ones once you get the hang of it. So there's a couple of cool tools on Hudson MLS that I personally like that are cool because what it does is actually gives you daily updates. If you look to the top right of the screen here, right, you have the market monitor, which is kind of like your daily updates or weekly or monthly, however you want to choose it. You can go through it. So what you would have is your updates here within the Hudson MLS. So you have new, right? And you can change the days at the bottom. This is honestly all from today. So this is what's been changed today within the last day. So you see new, expired, price changes, hot list, sold, and pending. And honestly, what's another good tool? So it helps you either prospect or as well give you an idea of what's new on the market for today. So for agents that are looking to prospect expired listings, it's a good tool to utilize. You can go back to however many days you want, but it gives you an easier access without having to go through the complete search of knowing what the hell you're going for and going through town. At least you can do a full search right here just on expireds and then kind of prospect them yourself and go deep to how many ever days you want, which is pretty good. So, alrighty, sorry about that. Dave's computer, everything's so small. So we're gonna do a quick search just so you can see how the process is for this. What we'll do, so it all depends on what you're really searching for. Obviously, in on the GSMLS, they had it listed as like residential or multifamily. Here, the way they do it, it's 1 family, 2 family to 4 family, or vacant lots, condos, and so forth. So what we'll do here is we can search for, we'll go to a 2 to 4 family, multifamily area, depending on what, where you're looking, what kind of searches you're doing, of course, your type, your areas. So what we're going to look for right now, what I'll do is I'm actually going to search for one of the listings that I have that is under contract, and it will come up here. It is in Hoboken. And I personally obviously know that the status is under contract and pending. So what we're going to do is we will search for pending. So let me go back real quick. That way, you don't always have to type the town here. Sometimes you don't know the codes. I kind of know majority of the codes here just from doing it so often. But if you go to the right-hand side, right here where you have the microphone glass, you can easily click that and all your towns will come up. For some reason, it's obviously only supposed to be Hudson County because it is the Hudson County MLS, but you do get towns everywhere. So what you can easily do is go here and just start your search by easily typing in a few letters. So we're here in Hoboken. But you can click any town you like, depending on where you're searching, the status, same thing. So each and one of these will be able to help you, get a better understanding of what you're really clicking. That way you don't have to try to type it out and hope it's correct, because they don't really use some of the same abbreviations that other MLSs would use. So you can easily search this way. So what we'll do is we'll go pending here. So we want to know, we know that it's under contract. I don't know, for everybody that is here, most of you guys are new. Dabo, you might not understand what that is. Does anybody know what that is? Okay. So what we have here under contract as well. So what we'll do is save, and we will do our search. You can obviously, depending on the price point that you're looking for, same thing. You can go, put in your price point, put in your bedroom counts on this. Or just go, we have a small count here, so we'll just hit it and it'll come out to 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see, I was supposed to take that out. Hold on 1 second. Messed up that search. All right, that makes the search a lot easier. We only have 3. So this listing here is actually one of my listings in Hoboken. It's a 3-family. We did list for 1.99 only because the seller was looking to get the most she could. I originally told her that we needed to list a little lower, but unfortunately they didn't listen. I suggested a 1.799, and we actually sold for what I thought we would, which was 1.8. I think 25 was the top, or 1.850, which is what we are under contract for currently. So this is actually going to sell under list price because they did not list them. But it's okay because it is going to sell anyway. So regardless here, so just like every other MLS, it's going to pull up. Do you guys see this sheet, or did I lose you? No, it's still highlighted. Good. So because I know Dave's computer, every time you open up a new screen, it switches. So this looks like it's highlighted. Good. So you're gonna open up the MLS sheet, just like Dave did with the GSMLS. It's very, very similar. Some of the layout is a little bit different, but everything is pretty much the same. It gives you the same information. The towns, it's gonna give you, the status, the address, the MLS number, what town it's from, what type of home is 3-family. The betweens, you're gonna have where it's at, contract dates, projected closing dates, days on the market, because it stood so long in attorney review that we couldn't even market. It took 60 days to get out of attorney review, which was crazy because there were 7 sellers. So it brought the days on market much higher than what it should be. The taxes, this is going to give you all your basic information on the description of the property, the listing office, listing agent, just like the other pages that you've been seeing. So that's when I started saying that they're all pretty similar. It's because there's not many differences. Even when it comes to doing your searches, they're all self-explanatory. So it's not that hard to really move into the different MLSs as you go. The biggest thing with the Paragon that I like a lot, that I'm going to show you now, are the tax searches. So with every Paragon, so the Hudson MLS, anybody that has subscription to the Hudson MLS, which is all of us, of course, because it's mandatory since we are a part of the Liberty Board, you do get membership and free access to the New Jersey tax record. Did everybody know that? So it's a good tool to use if you're looking for information on the tax. You can easily use the Paragon, even if the property is not in Hudson County. It's all New Jersey. Cool little trick that I like a lot because I use it very often for searches, just to find homeowners information. Serge, they're calling you.
Can you come put it together this shoe rack? It will literally take you 2 minutes.
Shh. Excuse me. Can everybody keep it down? Yeah, hold on. Let me mute everybody. I'm sorry, guys. Serge is about to get yelled at. I'm trying to mute everybody. Where's the mute all? There is no mute all. Supposed to be a mute all. But anyway, hopefully Cariana does not start screaming again at Serge. Poor Serge. I feel you. So what we're gonna do here is that tax search. So you're gonna go to the tax icon at the top, and where it comes up and says you can see where it says tax data. You have all the counties: Hudson, Bergen, Essex, Passaic County. You do not want to go that way. Where you want to go is where it specifically says NJ tax records. You're gonna click that. It's gonna bring you to the NJ tax records site, the official site, and it'll already be logged in because, like I said, these memberships, they come with that as well. It's a great tool. Everybody should use it. If you were to log in or try to apply for NJ tax records together, you'll have to pay for it with a subscription. At least here you get it. What I like to do, depending on how you feel more comfortable, there's multiple ways to do the property searches. You have, I feel if the lot and block would probably be the easiest and the quickest to do it, but not everybody knows the block and lot of each property they're looking for. So I feel you can do by street or by owner. I always think by street is good because it's going to give you the most accurate information, and maybe you want to prospect just one area or just one street instead of looking for one specific house. So with this tool, you can easily get all the information for all the owners that own the properties on the same block if you're prospecting one street, which is cool. What we'll do here is you can pick any county. I mean, if you want, we're obviously working on Hudson. So what we can do is we will go to Hudson County. We can, in this situation, what we can do is continue searching that one property. So we will go to Hoboken. That property is located on Washington Street. So we're gonna go right to W. So it brings us right to the streets that are all start with W's. And now here you're gonna have all the homes located on Washington. Once you get all the homes located on Washington, if you come right here to the right-hand corner, you can filter by numbers, right? So you see we only have from 50 to 331. The address of this property, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is 927. So we want to make our search a little easier, right? And as small as possible so we don't have to dig that far. So I know that the address is 927. So I'm going to stop it at 929. And then what you're going to do here is hit the word filter. And you are going to filter only those addresses. So it's a lot easier for you to kind of find what you're looking for, as well as maybe the couple of properties and the neighboring homes next door. 927 is the address that we're looking for. So we're going to click it. Should open up. There you go. So now here you have the tax information on the property. There's 0 records. So you can see exactly who owns the property, when they bought the property, what the taxes are on the property, what the assessments are, what they feel like the total value of the home, the land values or whatnot. That's just going to give you the specific property details. If you go ahead. So this is not, they should be up to date, but they really don't give you the most accurate. It's always an estimate. It's not, no, this is gonna be somewhat current. Yeah, correct. You're gonna see what it sold for sure. So when you go to the next tab where it says tax records history, you're gonna click that and it's gonna open up the full history from year after year. So you'll be able to see if there was any increases in taxes along the way, the difference in the values. It look like they really haven't changed it. Let's see how far down we go. They haven't changed it still. So look, you can see since up until 2016, from 16 to now, it's all the same. All the way through. Look, even 15 and further down. So like it's tough to say that they really have the proper estimates up there. But you can see that this owner has owned the home for such time. What we can do here, so you can go all the way down to the rest of the history and see exactly when they bought the house. If it does, it should show it here. It shows the year. I don't see. No. It just shows you the details, the information. Correct. It would show right here, but on the history, you'd be able to go all the way, I guess, down. You'll be able to see what they really bought for when they bought the house.
So this wouldn't say if they're behind on the taxes or anything, or
So no, this is just gonna give you the proper information to the owner that owns the home. So you'll know whether and it'll tell you too what their address is. If they do live here or not, you'll always know as well. So they'll give you the property address, and then if they don't live there, they're gonna give you the like what the most current address is where they are, that they live, that they have on file.
so this owner lives there.
This owner lives there, correct?
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, this owner lives there. They've been there for a long time. They've been there for many, many years. But they're out. So we should be, I'm hoping to close, which is crazy, before the end of the year. I was going back and forth today with these people and they're talking about something in January. I just think it's outrageous. I had this listing for such a while now, talking, this is gonna be almost a 6-month transaction, which is retarded because of the sellers. Sellers have been, it's 7 owners of the property, and some live in Italy. So it's been a nightmare getting everybody in agreement and to sign all the paperwork together.
Oh yeah, wind tunnels. Wind
Yeah.
tunnels. Yeah, तो ये wind tunnel suggestion है, but this shit cuts you in your face. तो हम corner पर जाते हैं.
If everybody can just mute themselves, that would be great. No wonder there. We don't get any background noise. So yeah, so this is a quick tax search on how you can use the tax record to do your searches, which I feel is a very important tool for everybody to use. Do you have anybody have any questions just yet? Where the hell? Alrighty.
No, as of now, I don't have any.
No questions. Okay. All right, cool. So what we'll do, so honestly, to do comps on the MLS is very, very similar.
About what's good? You know, just find places around like bad stations.
Say that again.
You guys been?
Hello?
Get that shit, man.
Kunal, you there?
Sorry.
No, all good. I just wanted to give you a heads up. Here, I got you. Boom. I muted you. Don't worry. Boom. All right, cool. Done. So it's very, very similar to what David was showing you as well, right? Now we know that this property, right, it's obviously under contract currently, But what we want to do, right, if we're running comps, just like David showed you on the Garden State MLS, we want to be able to get an idea of what the comps are. So what has sold in the neighborhood? It is Hoboken, so obviously Hoboken is much smaller than a lot of other towns that you would be dealing with. The property is currently located on Washington Street as well, so it is a very, very slim area to comp. It was tough.
But I
but
missed that last step. All right, so you went to
talk to me.
search. You went to search, and then you.
Yeah, I started over for you. I got you. So
No,
just,
no, it's okay.
just
So
like
search.
you would search anything, right? You're gonna go to search.
Yeah.
So we know that this property that we're looking at is a 3-family. So we're gonna go to 2 to 4 family.
Okay.
These fields, right, were my last search.
Yep.
So what we'll do is I'll start over from the beginning.
Yeah, I got that
Go
part.
to the type is the 3-family, area is Hoboken. I'll get that going. And the status, what we're looking for is sold. Right?
Sold.
As we're looking for comps, we want to know what has sold in the area within at least the last 6 months to give you an idea of what that property could be worth for you to be able to put your presentation together, convince your clients to sell for this price, or why their prices may be too high, what they believe their house is for. So you want to be able to put comps together to show them and kind of support what you're coming with as a great listing price. So this house itself was a 3-family. Each home had 2 bedrooms in it, right? 2 beds, 1 bath each unit. Is your typical brownstone in Hoboken on Washington with your row style apartments neighborhood. So we would go here and go 3-bed, right? Because some had 3. The one unit did have a 3-bed, but what they utilized it for was a little bit different. What they utilized it for was a little different. It was in between. It did not have, all the others did not have a closet, just that one did in the middle. So that only one unit was really able to be a 3. So we can search for 2 to 3. I'm sorry, we're going total. So we're going 6. I apologize. We want 6. So this is for a total, right? Not per unit. So you're going for the total of the house. So the house actually has 6 beds, 6, 7 beds. So we go 6, 7, right? And then you have your bathrooms are 1 bathroom each unit. There's 3 units, plus there was a half bath in the basement, but we'll just keep it at 3. Right, and we're going sold. So we want to be able to go back here. On the other one, it usually asks you to put in months. This one's much easier. It just gives you an actual timeline, so you can go back 6 months to a year, 90 days, however, based upon the options available. We're gonna go 6 months. You see how small that became from where it was. There's only one that it shows us. So it's very tough. But you see here, this on Bloomfield, it's sold for 2.1. Very similar home, but now it, based upon the pictures. Can you guys see the pictures or not?
Yeah, I could see the pictures.
You could see the pictures.
I just when I didn't get that one house to come up, so I must have missed. It's all right. I'm following.
All right.
Yeah.
So this house is renovated, which is nicely done. The house that I'm talking about, I didn't show you the pictures, but it does not look like this. That house that I am selling needed pretty much a full gut renovation, which the person that's buying the home is actually turning it into a single family for them to live, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and they're putting a bowling alley in the basement. I thought that was pretty cool. So back and forth with them and the engineers and everybody just to make sure it's could be done. So this house here, you see the bedroom counts. This really isn't a good comp for the house, but it just shows you how crazy Hoboken really is. These numbers are a little nutty. Some people, and this is on Bloomfield as well. We're looking on Washington, but remember, Hoboken is really only 1 square mile. So it works, anything in the area. But just like any other MLS sheet, this is going to give you the information on it. That's pretty much it. Like I said, it is all the same on doing a search or doing comps for each MLS. It's just a little bit of different information that you'd have to plug in, but it's all self-explanatory. When you get back to the homepage, there are different messages that you do get here. If you need any technical support, you have the numbers for the RMLS as well and all that good stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to get David back over here to continue and do NJMLS, because I know we're moving a little slower, and I know it's getting late quicker and it's dark. Dave, does anybody have any questions on the Hudson MLS that you may want to see or see anything over?
No, maybe I'm coming in tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow we can just go over like doing a CMA there and practicing and stuff.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, that works. So we'll let David get to the NJMLS, the ME, and same as over there, you're gonna have your basic information here for your logins. You can customize your stuff, put your pictures and your information all in there. But I'm gonna log out of here. Yeah. And then David can get to work on New Jersey MLS, which is the initial MLS that David does, which is Garden State. He explains very thorough. And then the next two give you the better options that you can utilize on those, because like I said, they're all relatively similar and operate the same. Go ahead.
Ready?
Let's do it. You can.
All right, let's get the monotone man out of here. Let's pump the party back up. Woo-woo! All right, guys, let's get started. Thanks, Chris. Everybody, time to wake up. I know that was boring. All right, so we're gonna get started. All right, done. Logged into NJMLS. Okay. It's NJMLS.com, by the way. All right. Don't get it twisted when you log in. All right.
You got to log in from the bottom.
Well, I just logged in from the top.
Wait, show me what did you put? NJMLS.com? Step 1.
Hold up.
How you do that?
NJMLS.com.
Because if you do NJMLS.com.
No bueno. You put in NJMLS.com and you are going to get the consumer site, guys. Okay. Wait, am I on mute? No, everyone can hear me. Wonderful. All right. So NJMLS.com, done. All right. This is the main thing where you can pay your fines and fees and whatever. All right. Log in. Check it out. All right, guys. So here is the homepage for NJMLS. All right. Right here, we're going to have all the hot information you need. You can search up here in the top bar, okay, for MLS numbers, addresses, names, whatever. You can also do it down here just for quick searches. I'll be frank and honest with all of you. NJMLS kind of sucks in that aspect, all right, for quick searches, all right? So you kind of got to like do a little bit of digging. I would say that NJMLS is going to be the most archaic of all the MLSs in New Jersey. But hey, it's Bergen County, so it makes sense, right? Anyway, let's move forward. So over here on this side, you got my updates. Y'all see? All right, my updates, office information, hot sheets, things that are going on, new matches and prospect updates. So for me, I actually have NJMLS search running right now for a rental client. And they got some prospect updates, but she's getting in an email. So like, I really don't care. But yeah, so it's also going to show you lower here if anything's going to expire with those updates. This is kind of like your hot sheet, or like on transaction desk, it's like your left-hand menu, your dashboard, right? The next column, right? Well, not column, but the next segment is listing alerts. Okay. anything that's going on with your listings. Remember, you got to do the in progress alerts we talked about on the first MLS training, that we need to make sure that we're updating the dates in a timely fashion. New Jersey MLS and Garden State MLS and Hudson MLS, all three are the strictest in terms of fining you for not updating dates on your MLS listings. So when you go under contract, you need to update when it went under contract, you need to input that date, the 24 hours from the time it happens, right? So if it happened on the 10th and I input something on the 12th, I'll get a fine, right? Even if I put on the 12th, I put the 10th, you'll get a fine. Okay. And we've gotten a lot of fines from NJMLS. So yeah. What? No, agents. The office gets the fine, but it's for each agent. And then office will get a fine when an agent racks up too many fines. So, and then you can also get kicked off NJMLS if you rack up too many fines, and they can suspend you. You can be on NJMLS, rack up too many fines, and they make you go through a training or whatever, a bunch of different things. Okay. Right in the middle, you've got hot messages going across in red. You have some webinars, things that are going on that you can join as you wish. These are trainings too, right? The NJMLS has a lot of trainings for the MLS, so they can kind of get in more detail, right? I'm going to literally show you how to run searches. Okay. We can list, we'll do listings in another training. I just don't have anything to list, right? So I got a cold call. All right. Keep going down. You've got a calendar at a glance. You have your information over here. You have some quick links, right? Did Chris go over the tax, Remind and Realist? Did he go into the tax reports? What? But he did the taxes, right? Oh, man. All right. I don't know if I'm logged in on Remind here. Oh, they're not even linked with it, so it doesn't matter. All right, so these are the taxes. Realist is a tax thing, so you can look up taxes, and then you can look up just different information that you want, local stuff. Again, this is primarily Bergen and Passaic County NJMLS. Okay. The bottom is a calendar where it literally will show you the different open houses and things that are going on. You've got today's Wednesday, so you had 1 open house and 6 realtor tours. Tomorrow you've got 7 open houses on the books. This weekend on Sunday there's 228 open houses. Yo,
That's like across.
and that's through NJMLS, right? As soon as they input into the NJMLS that they're hosting an open house, they do that because it links to Zillow, right? Once it's up there, it also comes in this calendar, so you can see any listing in NJMLS that's available for open house. All right, well, let's see. Let's click on it. There you go. Show you everything. Great question. It doesn't look like it, but well, let me see if you can click on this like this.
Is there a way to download that as a CSV or something with Excel file?
Mo, I'm going to call you back in 20 minutes. I'm just doing the training. Is that cool? Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Chicago business. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, you can. Do you see what I just did? I just hit BR for bedroom, and now it filters by the bedroom count.
Oh, it already does that naturally, right?
It should say, where is it? Right here. Here's the town code. Let's see. I guess, yeah, by alphabetical.
Nice.
Belleville, Bergenfield, Bogota. What?
What's COLS?
COLS? Closer. Closer. And DMRST is Demarest. DMNT is Dumont. Try me. CRSKL is Cresskill.
Wow.
Whoop, whoop, Bergen County in the house. All right. Anyway, so that's that. All right, guys, let's get serious. Okay. One thing you cannot click, which is just archaic. You cannot even click NJMLS and it goes back to the homepage. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to hit desktop. Whack. Okay. All right. And then here.
Multiple sessions running at the same time, though?
What do you mean?
So let's say you do a search.
Yeah, you can do a new
You
window
want to do a separate search, but you don't want to ruin.
right here.
It says
New session. It just open a new window for you. Girl, did you get your annual eye exam? Right here.
Oh my God, he said your glasses don't even work. They don't.
Are those for show? Is that like a fashion thing or
Oh
what?
my God. But I'm blind.
New session up here. All right, just open a new thing. When I say realtor tool,
Like where it says the calendar and it has realtor tours for each day, like with all the houses. What is a realtor tour like?
realtor tour is just like, it's like a broker's open broker tour. So for realtors only. Open house is open. All right. Around the top right, let's just quickly run through the search types of searches we can run. All right, we'll go through this. CMA reports, again, from that search, you can also just pop it over from there. Prospects are going to be like your prospects that are running, right? So who I have running right now, you can check all that. Reverse prospect, really interesting. Reverse prospect is when you have a listing, okay, and it's up on the market, and you have, and your listing is getting sent to other people who are looking for that listing, right? So you can literally see who is getting sent or who is forwarding or liking your listing, and then reach out to the agent that's sending that search and be like, yo, I heard you, like I see you have a buyer who's interested. We'd love to make a deal, this, that, the other. That tool is used in a slower or more buyer's market, right? So we're in a seller's market. We're starting to come out of a seller's market. People want to have a beer and like argue that, we can, but we're definitely starting to come out of it. Okay. Broken open tours, all that stuff. Again, what we just saw down low, same thing. Roster is just going to be the same thing. Members, teams, offices, whatever. Toolkit are just things that are available for you to use. Yeah. That listing maintenance, again, this is where you're going to add your listing, where you're going to track your listings, where you're going to modify it, send out a listing agreement, everything like that. I did just recently upload all listing agreements into Transaction Desk for listings. Make sure that you use the MLS specific listing agreement. Make sure you use the MLS or the specific listing agreement in the MLS, okay, for it. My energy scared Carrie-Anna away. Did you see that? So, okay. Keep going over. You've got stats, feedback. Not even sure what feedback is. Like I said, an MLS is to like look at properties, not for all this extra whack stuff. So, all right, search. Property search. All right, it's kind of the same thing like we saw with GSMLS, right? So you're basically going to pick in your product category. Here, I got to do both. Product category. All right. We're going to click each thing that we want, and then we're going to put what we want about it. And then we're going to be able to filter from there. All right. So let's start here. County. I don't even know what these codes are. Oh yeah. We just remember, what did we just learn? CLOS, right? Is that it? Not valid. Hey, yeah, that was a town, guys. All right, so now we'll do the town, but we'll just like look it up. So I just put county Bergen. We're gonna do town Cresskill. It's where my brother lives, so whatever. We're gonna look here again, status, right? Active, under contract, loser, sold, withdrawn, expired. Okay. So let's do that. No, let's just see what's active. Forget it. Again, you just pick what you want, right? Detailed status and date. So if you do sold, right, you can click how many days back. I really love it when they give you this as opposed to putting in a date, a minimum and a maximum. And I always get confused what it means. So again, just a rule of thumb, 12 months back is the max you want to go on comps. Okay. Try to get as localized as possible. If you put 12 months back on comps and there's 100 items, bring it back down. 6 months. Okay. 50 items, 3 months. Okay. 20 items. Now let's do work. Okay. Make it easier on yourself. Closer is better because the market is changing. And so the closer to the time that you want to list something, right? You want that most up-to-date information. All right. Again, price point. Let's do our min max. So 300, and then let's do like 999. Okay. What? You good? All right. Deanna is very enthralled by this. That's great. You can do it whatever you want, right? Bedroom count. Let's do minimum 3, maximum 6. Let's get some big houses in here. Total baths, minimum 3, no max. Cool. And then you can get really like detailed, right? The type of heating, right? What's the heating situation? Is there a basement? What are the taxes? If you have a client who's like, I want to buy homes, but my taxes have to be under 10K, right? Then that's a perfect example of what you do. You'd click tax as a category on any MLS, and you type in their max tax, and that way they won't get anything with a higher tax, right? Always keep in mind that a pre-approval number is not just about the purchase price. It also takes into account the taxes, right? You can get screwed if you have someone that is pre-approved for 500K at a 10,000 tax, but then they write an offer for 500K and there's a $20,000 tax. No bueno, doesn't work. Okay. So save yourself the hassle. Make sure you know the max numbers. All right. What I like about NJMLS is up in this corner now, it says count and it has a number, right? That's great. Instead of going and clicking search to see how much is there, we now can see we got 5 options. Based on the criteria we put in here, we have 5 options. That's great. So let's search. This is going to be what's active in Cresskill with the parameters that we established. Wow. Nothing. Okay. So again, let's just run through the columns. MLS number, P something. I think Deanna thinks that means number of photos, which is a good guess. ST means status. A active. A asterisk means attorney review. Cool. Good. VT means virtual tour. So these 2 expensive ones have virtual tours. DOM, days on market. Oof, 160. 14, 111, 118. They're reaching for probably for price. Highlighted in green means price increase or new price. New price.
Price went down. Reduction.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, and then when it goes red, at least the price went up.
I agree, but it went down.
Right?
Yeah. So $9.99 was the original list price, and it's now currently listed for $9.80. Okay, and that's the new price. So I think it just means price change. Okay, but that's great. So price, style, COL, colonial, not colon, ranch, right? SL, interesting. Chris, what is SL?
Split level.
Split level for $1 million. Get out of here. Gross. Split level's whack, guys, because you walk in the front door and then you see everybody's feet sitting in the living room. That's just weird. Okay, so just keep in mind, let your clients know that if they like feet, then it might be a perfect place for them. Again, the next columns: address, bedroom, half bath, full bath. Okay. This is again something I think is just so silly with NJMLS, the chiclet gum that they have on the side of all these listings. This is obviously information, right? T is tax data. H is history records. M is street maps, right? Real is tax data. So that's going to be the tax information. NAR. So this is just take you to the Realtors property resource page. And D would be associated documents, right? So there's documents associated. They uploaded it. There's a lead-based page disclosure, right? So those would be any kind of documents. Obviously, there's no seller disclosure. And perfect. So to see the photos, you're going to click on the P, under the P right there. So photos. It means number of photos. This guy is
Number of photos, yeah.
this guy. Yo, it's ugly. Look at that.
Yeah, P is number of photos.
Thanks. Well, we already established that. But this is just a whack kitchen. You have to literally stand at the oven to wash your sink or your hands in the sink. It's just wild, man. And this, they want how much money for? Wow, look at this.
That's actually pretty beautiful.
You like it? Look at this is one of those fridges with the drive-through window right there. You pull open and get that milk. I love it. I love it. Look at these floors. Like, oh my gosh. All right, y'all, you can buy this bad boy for $688,000. It's been on the market for 160 days. My guess is they're negotiable, right? So that's good. All right, so bottom line, this is how it happens. Okay, this is how you run a search. You get, then again, you're gonna check the ones you want, right? You show the checked ones, okay, and then you can email them, right? It says you cannot email this format because you're in a brief no photo. So you're gonna wanna go down to customer. Customer report, email, and just like GSMLS, baby, we enter the email, we put the subject, we put the message, and we create a signature, okay? And that's how you search New Jersey MLS and how you send out listings, all right?
How do you add your picture and all that stuff?
Bro, settings, man, look at that picture. That's called my money dance hands, by the way.
All right.
Like that? It's like, let's get this bread. Okay. I demonstrated for the office. Y'all missed it, but okay, yeah, in settings. So in your settings, let's see, let's find this. Right here, update member info down here. You can update everything, all right? And it shows your member ID. So this is your member ID for NJMLS. Remember, if you have multiple MLSs, you got many member IDs, a lot to remember, all right? Office ID would be your office, so it's office specific. Okay, we're done. Does anybody have any questions on Zoom? My 2 participants left.
No, I don't have any questions though.
All right, either of you guys need anything on these, come into the office, let me know, text me, call me, and we can do cool. All right, y'all, if any other questions, have a great night. Stay blessed.
Good night. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.